Ah, there you are. Hello.
Hey!
There you go.
Okay.
How you doing?
Husband, good old technical husband.
Yeah. Real.
Doing good, thanks. Are you?
Yeah, doing good. Yeah, this feels like the new normal at the moment, doesn't it? Like talking to
I
people on the screen.
know. Yeah, I know. I've never been on the internet so much. It's all
Yeah,
good though.
yeah. Are you homeschooling as well then, or? What?
Yes, yeah, I've got the three of them at home. So
Wow.
that's fun. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
I
good.
mean, they're pretty energetic, but we've had no rain, so you can't complain, can you? Out in the garden.
No, yeah, that's good then. Yeah, if you can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's. I'm doing childcare a couple of days a week now for as well as all my work, so
Oh,
it's interesting.
wow, yeah. How I saw him, I saw that nice picture actually where he was on your knee. You were teaching him the ropes.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's right. Yeah, no, jumping around trying to hear all the music.
Yeah. Ah,
That's good.
you got to start young, haven't you?
Yeah, well, yeah. So, so it feels like ages. When did we start recording then? It was back in, was it January we started
It
recording?
was. It was not long after Christmas, yeah. Was it around the 12th, something like
Wow.
that? Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Bit of a whirlwind, wasn't it? And I think, so you'd been kind of working on the songs for a few months before that, but were they all new or were there some that had for a while? Like, what was the process with that?
I think we probably met for the first time around September, and I
Hmm.
think I'd written one song, and
Right.
then we booked them, didn't we, for the 6 months later because I'm a deadline kind of person, so I need my deadlines.
Yeah.
And I think I told you we were going to record a 10-track album, so I wrote the other 9 from then.
God's given a face there. You just,
Yeah,
that's cool. Yeah.
yeah, so, yeah, they were all new. Yeah.
It's brilliant because you had so let me know if I got this wrong, but like you had like a history of you went to music college, didn't you, and grew up
Yes.
with all
Yeah.
that and had a bit of a break, and you were in a band as well for a bit, weren't you? What was that?
Yeah. So I was in a college band, but also a jazz funk band, 10-piece jazz funk band, which used to do the festivals. So that was great fun. That was
Yeah,
in the Midlands. Yeah.
was that like covers and stuff, or was it?
Yeah, it was mainly covers, but we did a bit of our own stuff as well. So that was quite cool actually, because I'd written a couple of like acoustic songs on the guitar,
Right.
and then the band made it really funky.
Oh,
So yeah, it was a bit different to my normal style, but it was great fun.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
better. See, and then you kind of had a break, and then like what was it that kind of like spurred you on to start recording? What was?
Getting older, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, well, having 3 kids, and my last one started school about just over a year ago, and it just sounded, after 7 years of being at home, 7 or 8 years being at home with the kids, I suddenly felt like I was getting a bit of me time back, and it was just something that I felt like, even though I'd done music before, I'd never completely fulfilled my dreams with it. So I just felt like it was everything kind of lined up to feel like it was the right time to go for it again, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think what I loved about it was like obviously you're like writing from a Christian worldview, but like the songs weren't all necessarily churchy. Like you were singing about just lots of different issues, and like when I first saw the first single was called "I Don't Hate You," and
Yeah.
I was like when I first saw the title, I was like, okay, right, what's this all about? What, what
Yeah.
what was the story behind that? How did you come to write that song?
Um, I think, like with a lot of the songs, to be honest, I was quite surprised with the topics myself. I look at the album, I'm like, I'm surprised at some of them, why I kind of went down that road. But when the ideas came, I realised I felt really passionately about it. And I think a lot of them were prompted by a particular thing that I'd seen. So I Don't Hate You. I think I'd watched an interview with someone on TV, and they had a different opinion to the guy who was interviewing them. And it just turned like nasty. And it was like this person he'd invited on wasn't entitled to their opinion. And I just thought, what a shame. that we can't sit down together and talk and have completely opposite opinions, but we're not getting into a slanging match, we're not naming people or labeling them. And I think we miss out in society when we can't sit down and actually be wanting to hear someone else's point of view, not just waiting for a gap to push your own point of view in. So, I think I'd watched that and it was in the back of my mind, and then I just was going to bed and got this chorus, I don't hate you because we disagree. So that's where that one came from, I think.
Yeah. Did you have the melody then as well? Did it just...
I had the melody as well, yeah. I had that chorus, which happens quite a lot when I'm going to sleep. I'll get a chorus and I'll get my phone out, record it, and then go back to sleep. So
that's really cool that you...
Yeah, then I tend to base my verses around that, so yeah.
Yeah. And what's cool is... because there was that, and then there's the song "Fake News" as well that we did. And, and then, but what I liked about both of those was like, you're obviously saying something, and I totally agree with you. Like, I think I feel like everyone you meet, you can treat them as if they've got something to teach you, and listen, and that can help us to really like grow ourselves.
Yeah.
But what I loved about that and the fake news as well was that you didn't like take a particular view. You were just sort of saying, it was like talking about the general problem of talking to each other and the general problem of this stuff without getting too divisive, even within the song, which I thought was an achievement to be able to pull that off.
Well, I'm glad, because I'm always a little bit nervous. I'm always a bit nervous that, I hope people don't think, I'm coming across like this or, like really opinionated. But I think for me, music is the way that I can do it without sounding like I'm on a hobby horse. I can put melody to it and put it out there, and hopefully people hear it like that I'm not trying to, force my opinion on anyone.
Yeah, well, I think it feels personal, and I think you give a bit of yourself in the music, so that the stuff that you have to say doesn't feel preachy. It doesn't feel like disconnected from you, as you know what I mean. It just feels like it's your heart out. So cool, yeah. And like musically, I guess it kind of ended up like in kind of an indie rock kind of record. That's how I kind of imagine it. I don't, kind of indie, bit of a singer-songwriter vibe in there as well.
Yeah. I must say, I've been kind of looking at different, submitting the songs to various things, and they're all asking for a category.
Oh, right.
I did throw it out to the guys in the band. I'm like, what am I? I don't know. I'm obviously a singer-songwriter, but I mean, what I like about the album is that it does draw from a lot of my musical influences. Like, I was brought up listening to all kinds, so I did find it hard to put in a category. But yeah, I think we settled on the kind of folky, rocky, indie, singer-songwriter and pop as well. So I hope that there's something in there for everyone, really. You might not love all of them, but hopefully there'll be one that's your, style.
There was, so we did, so the process was like we met, had coffee, and you were sending sort of voice memo level demos, and we were chatting about those. And then we did pre-production, and I think the pre-production days were really great. I felt like we got those really good ideas out.
Yeah.
That one song that...
oh, yeah. Influencer.
We just couldn't find the right vibe for it. And I remember, the words "Atomic Kitten" were spoken at one point.
Yeah.
And
I hope you saved that version, that kind of trance version. We'll put that out as a remix, I think.
There's somewhere, but yeah, it might not be there by the end of the night now that we've talked about it.
Yeah.
But even with that, like, I was talking to Jonathan, I think it was yesterday, about like doing that pre-production process and how you kind of throw all the bad ideas out then.
Yeah.
Working and what's not working, and that definitely wasn't working. And then we kind of tried it again. We tried a different vibe.
Yeah.
It was definitely moving in the right direction, and then getting the band in, and the musicians we had on it were just incredible, weren't they? They were all
they're amazing. Yeah, they're obviously all doing their own things, like Kev, drums, all over the place. Greg is an amazing singer-songwriter himself, so it was amazing to have them on board. Felt very blessed, must admit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, yeah. So did you know Greg and Kev from Nexus? It was Nexus you went to, wasn't it?
Yeah. So knew them. Oh, there he is.
There you go. It's been burning.
Greg's amazing. A guy called Greg. Check him out on everything social media ish. But yeah, so I met them at Nexus Music College, and we've just kept in touch over the years. Not loads and loads, but you kind of have that kind of musical bond, I think. Yeah. So they were straight away the people I thought of when I was thinking of people to play on the album.
Yeah.
So it was just amazing that they were free and able to do that. Yeah, it was amazing to have them on board.
It was really cool for me as well because when I went to sound engineering college, like I think it was like a few years ago, 11 years ago, I think. I like my first ever project was just me, and then I recorded with my dad for a bit, and then I was like, I got on MySpace and found this band Finchley that I really liked, and I was just like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I've got this nice studio. Can I do a free demo? And Greg played bass on that, so
yeah, how cool!
For all these years,
yeah,
it's like connections from ages ago.
Yeah, I know.
And then we had Stephen, didn't we? From Stephen Brown. He's a really good guitarist.
Yeah, he was amazing.
He's in a Christian heavy metal band called Absalom.
Yeah.
But he also played guitars on Discovery by Rivers and Robots.
Yeah.
Great to have him back.
Yeah, I'm loving how he sounds. It's amazing. Yeah, there's one bit, and I said to Tom, "There's strings in this bit," and he was like, "No, it's the electric guitar. It's just like the way the way it sounds, and the effect on it sounds amazing. It sounds like strings." Yeah, for having him on board too.
Got a bit geeky with the guitar pedals, didn't we? Yeah, and your keys player was like a really good jazz pianist, like
Phil Lanyon, amazing. Yeah, one of those guys who can play anything basically without reading any music, just everything by ear. So that was brilliant that he could be on board as well.
What's like your hope like with for people that hear it? Like what was the heart behind it that you'd like to, as an album as a whole? I know we've talked about
album. I think I mean, obviously I want people to enjoy it. I think each song, for me, I'm a lyrics person, so I engage with the lyrics as well as like the melody on people's songs. So I suppose I just hope that there's a song that speaks to people, when they might just pick one song and that song kind of makes them think about something in a different way or changes the way they do something in life. So I do hope that people it means more than just being a nice song or a nice voice. I hope that like the lyrics mean something to people. Yeah. So I think that's my hope for the whole album.
I hope so, yeah. And I was thinking so you're kind of currently part of the Eden Project, where you are in Liverpool. And I guess so I guess not everyone will know on here. It's in the UK. It started in Manchester, didn't it? Christians would move into like a challenging estate or something, and actually move it, not just sort of evangelize or do community projects, but actually live there and do church and do different activities with the community. I just wondered, has any of these songs, have they come out of that experience, or the people that you're working with?
Yeah, I think definitely. I mean, for us, we're doing Eden, but actually Netherton, where we're doing it, is where I was born and raised anyway. So for me, it was coming back home. It didn't feel like, it's not about like coming to the rescue of an area. It's about investing yourself in an area and thinking, you know what, there is a song actually which is about, sometimes you have that mentality of, if I ever have enough money, I'll move out somewhere nicer. I'll get out of this place, wherever it is, Yeah. And for me, I just have, this thought that if everyone didn't have that thought of, I'll move out to somewhere nicer, but stayed where you were and tried to invest yourself and your skills and your money into that area, then these areas would become a better place to be. So, so that's kind of what we're doing, and I think a lot of the album, because we've been here over 6 years specifically doing the community stuff. I think a lot of the inspiration has come from experiences, being here and life in general. Yeah,
that's good. Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned that song as well, because that was the one
that was the one. The one that almost never made it on the album.
Yeah, it has become one of my favourites now. We kind of, we went away from Atomic Kitten and a bit more like Radiohead kind of back.
Yeah. I'm pleased. It was good. But so that is that's what that one's about, influencer, isn't it?
I love that as well, about investing in the community and not just sort of treating people like they're a project or something. That's cool. Yeah. Wondering if I did think I saw some questions a little bit earlier on. So one thing we haven't talked about is when the song actually comes out.
Oh yeah. Yes, important fact. Yeah.
So
I Don't Hate You is the first single on the album, and that'll be out on Friday. So on all musical platforms. And then after that, we're going to release a single a month until live album launch, I hope, in July. But we'll have to see about that. It might be doing this again with the guitar. But that was the aim, was to be doing a live album launch in Liverpool in July. But we'll crack on with releasing the singles anyway.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe you should do like a live stream album launch.
It might be that.
I'm really proud of it. Like, I think I just love the vibe that we ended up with, and I thought the musicians were great, and the song, your voice was always gonna be good and come across well. But it was a really it just felt like, it feels like an album. It feels like a real, like it's consistent across the whole thing. It feels like I don't know, it just feels like we captured a moment where we were working together for those couple of weeks. It's always the aim for me as well. Like, I want it to just capture who you are and what God's doing in your life at the moment that we recorded it. But I think as well, like each song does kind of stand on its own as well. And I think like because you're so message focused in your songs, and not particularly, not like an evangelistic message necessarily, although there's one that's kind of like a worship song, isn't there? But I think because they're kind of standing on their own thematically and stand on their own as strong songs, as well as part of a whole album. I think I'm really excited for people to hear it. Try not to look try not to what's the word?
Big yourself up.
No, it's not. Try not to beat you up too much. I'm trying
to. Don't worry about that. No. No, I'm the same. I have my days when I'm so super excited and I'm like, every song is amazing, and then I have days when I'm like, what if no one likes them? But I think the most important thing, I do feel genuinely really happy with them. I feel like it's the best presentation of them all. So I'm excited to put it out there.
I feel like creatively it's such a personal thing, isn't it? And then you put it out into the world and roll it there. But I think like if you can say that you're really proud of what you did and you achieved everything you wanted to do, that's the starting point. That's what's important, and that you glorified God in what you did, and then the people that like it will like it, and that's when it gets exciting, when people can join in with that. But I think it's that integrity of approach that actually resonates with people anyway.
I hope so.
So album's coming out in July.
Album's out in July. If you album is coming out in July. Yeah. I'll be sending CDs out to my Kickstarter people in May. So if you're one of those, you will get an album in May. But it's officially out in July.
Great. And so first single, can you pre-save that now?
You can pre-save the first single, I Don't Hate You. You can pre-save that, and then it'll be out next Friday.
Brilliant. So I guess if people follow you, have you got a link in your bio or something like that?
I will do. This is how good I am. If you could go on my Facebook page, there's a link on there, but I will stick one on here too.
No, and yeah, that's that song's "I Don't Hate You," which is all about having good conversations and being able to disagree without hating each other.
Yeah, basically.
Brilliant. Cool.
Yeah.
Thanks for chatting.
Yeah, thanks, Dan. And
All right.
we'll catch up with you again soon.
Yeah. All right. Speak to you soon.
All right. Bye.
Bye.